Imagine waking up on a Monday morning and realizing you have 3 extra hours in your day, time you didn't even plan for. What would you do with that? Maybe you'd finally start that side hustle, read more, exercise, or even just breathe. What if I told you that's not a fantasy? Many people are doing exactly that by using a handful of productivity tools that consistently save them hours every week. In this video, I'm going to take you along on my journey, how I tested dozens of tools, failed a few times, and finally landed on 5 powerful ones that truly put time back in my hands. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll have your own toolkit to reclaim hours in your week. A few years ago, I found myself drowning in tasks. My to-do list was endless, my inbox was overflowing, and I felt like I was working non-stop just to stay afloat. I'd wake up earlier, work late, skip breaks, and still end up exhausted. I told myself, there has to be a better way. I started experimenting. I tried dozens of apps and systems. Some made me feel busier. Others promised magic, but delivered clutter. I discovered that a productivity tool isn't just about features, it's about transforming your habits. And finally, after many iterations, I narrowed it down to 5 tools that consistently saved me hours every week. These aren't gimmicks. These are tools I still use today, and I want to share them with you. The ones worth your time and the ones that can transform your life. Todoist or equivalent task manager. Let's start with my backbone tool, Todoist, or your preferred advanced task manager. Why this tool? Because capturing tasks is the foundation of freedom. If tasks float around in your head, you waste mental energy remembering them. I began entering everything into Todoist: big projects, small chores, ideas, recurring tasks. Its interface is clean, and with natural language date entry, I could type, "Call Jen next Tuesday at 4 p.m., and it would set it automatically. Over time, I built a habit. Every time something came into my mind, I stopped, opened Todoist, and logged it. The result? No more forgotten tasks, no more mental clutter. I estimate I saved 30 to 45 minutes each day that used to go to remembering and rethinking. Over a week, that adds up to several hours. Key features I love: recurring tasks, priority levels, nested subtasks, quick capture via mobile. Also, its integrations with calendar apps let me see tasks and events side by side. Zapier, or equivalent automation/integration tool. As my task list grew, I realized many tasks were repetitive. I found myself doing the same steps over and over, copying files, sending reports by email, transferring data between apps. That's when Zapier, or a similar automation integration platform, became a game changer. I created Zaps, simple automation workflows, like when a file is dropped in Dropbox, send a Slack message to a specific channel. Or, when I tag an email, follow up, create a task in Todoist. Through automation, many small tasks vanished. What used to cost me 5 minutes each time now happens in seconds, or even without me thinking about it. I calculated that automation saved me 1 to 2 hours per week, easily, in mundane tasks. The subtle magic. Once you set up a good automation, it runs day after day. You don't think about it. And gradually, those minutes multiply into real freedom. Notion, or equivalent all-in-one workspace, knowledge base. Next up, capturing and organizing your knowledge, ideas, and references. I used to have scattered notes in Google Docs, Evernote, sticky notes, email drafts, nothing connected. Enter Notion, or an equivalent modern workspace. I built my own second brain in Notion, a place for project planning, meeting notes, archives, personal wiki, writing drafts, checklists. It became the central hub. When I'm planning content, writing scripts, organizing research, everything funnels into Notion. Because everything lives in one system with robust linking, search, templates, and integrations, I no longer waste time hunting for that one note I scribbled 2 weeks ago. I estimate I saved 2 to 3 hours per week just from reduced context switching and hunting for misplaced information. Plus, Notion can integrate with Zapier and other tools, so sometimes tasks or data automatically flow into it. The structure also gives me clarity, no loose ends, no orphaned ideas. Fathom/Otter/AI meeting summaries, or equivalent. Next, meetings. If you speak with people, chances are you're wasting time writing notes, summarizing, capturing action items, transcribing. I added an AI meeting summarizer, Fathom, Otter, or similar, and it shifted the game. When I join a meeting, the tool records, captures key highlights, generates transcript, and even distills action items. After the call, instead of manually writing notes or struggling to remember what was said, I open the summary, review, assign tasks, and send to team. No longer am I lost in meeting clutter or spending extra 15 minutes writing notes. I estimate this saves me 1 to 1.5 hours per week depending on how many calls I have. Bonus: I have records of every meeting in searchable form, so I can revisit key points quickly without asking someone again. Grammarly/AI Writing Assistant, or equivalent writing/communication tool. Writing and communication take up a big portion of many people's time. Emails, proposals, content, messages. Enter an AI writing assistant like Grammarly, especially its business/advanced features, or a similar tool. For me, Grammarly catches grammar and clarity errors, suggests tone improvements, and sometimes helps rephrase sentences. When writing proposals or content, the tool gives me quick suggestions, making writing faster and more polished. What used to take me 10 to 15 minutes polishing now takes 2 to 3 minutes with its help. Over a week, I'm saving approximately 30 to 60 minutes or more, depending on volume of writing. As an example, recently, I had to send a business proposal to multiple clients. Instead of rewriting the same email variations each time, I used Grammarly to spin polished, personalized versions, saving me a solid hour of manual editing. Each of these tools individually is powerful, but the real magic comes when you use them together. Here's how my workflow shaped up. Capture everything in Todoist. Automate repetitive tasks with Zapier. Organize knowledge, project plans, writing drafts in Notion. Record and distill meetings via Fathom/Otter. Write faster and better with Grammarly or an AI writing assistant. The synergy means fewer leaks, fewer wasted minutes, fewer frustrations. At the end of each week, I often look back and realize, wow, all of these inefficiencies that used to drag me down are now handled, and I consistently reclaim 4 to 6 hours, sometimes more. Over the course of a month, that's almost 2 extra workdays. 2 full days I can redirect to higher value activities, rest, or creativity. Let me tell you a real example. Last month, I had a big content push. Videos, blog posts, email campaigns. In prior years, this would have consumed my entire week. But this time, I used Zapier to move published drafts automatically into social scheduling tools. My meetings with collaborators got summarized and distributed via Fathom. I tracked all tasks, writing, editing, thumbnails, scripts in Todoist. My research, drafts, and visual ideas lived in Notion, organized and ready. Grammarly polished the emails and content I sent out fast. At the end of the week, I was ahead. I had 2 extra hours on Friday to brainstorm new ideas, something I hadn't done in a long time. That shift in momentum was fueling. This may sound like a lot. How do you adopt them without burning out? Here are some tips. Start small. Don't try to use all 5 at once. Pick 1 or 2 to begin. Build habits. Use the tool consistently for a week before judging its value. Automate gradually. Add 1 zap at a time. Avoid building junk automation. Use templates. In Notion, use pre-built templates. With Grammarly, set default styles. Clean regularly. Periodically review your automations and workflows to simplify. Don't chase perfection. Sometimes a good enough workflow is more productive than endlessly tweaking. Iterate. As your needs change, evolve your toolkit. Caveats and warnings. Before you dive in, here are a few cautions. Tools aren't magic. If you don't pair tools with disciplined habits, they won't deliver. Over-tooling is a risk. Installing too many apps without coherence will cause more distraction. AI tools and automation have errors. Always review critical outputs, summaries, writing. Privacy and security matter. When tools handle meetings, documents, or drafts, choose ones with strong data protection. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this, it's that time is not fixed. With the right systems, the right tools, and consistent habits, you can reclaim hours every week. You don't need to work harder. You need to work smarter. To recap, the top 5 tools I use, and believe you should try, are a powerful task manager like Todoist, an automation engine like Zapier, a unified workspace like Notion, a meeting summarizer like Fathom/Otter, an AI writing assistant like Grammarly. Try one this week, see how much time it frees you up, then gradually layer on the others. Before long, you'll feel the difference. If you found value in this video, if you're excited about gaining hours instead of losing them, please like this video, share it with a friend, and hit that subscribe button. I've got more deep dives, workflows, and tool reviews coming, and I'd love to have you on this journey. Thanks for watching, and here's to reclaiming your time. See you in the next video.